What's up, everybody? I hope you are well. Happy Tuesday to you. It's your girl D here with another tidbit to help you on your fitness and exercise journey. Okay? Y'all know one of my favorite things outside of simply exercising and training people is really teaching you the variables and details of the basics of exercise and nutrition. I'm not going to get into the details of it. I'm giving you basics, basics, and reminders of those basics. Okay, so on the heels of us finishing up these 21 days, we have like what is it, like 5 days left of 21 days, and of course the numbers have gone down. Some people have already told me like, hey, I can't be in person, and some of y'all have just quit. Okay? Some of us quit for no reason. We let excuses be bigger than our why. Some of us are experiencing some pain. Some of us may have been injured. And I'm going to tell you something that is a part of life. Whether you're exercising or not, sometimes you experience injuries, sometimes you experience not wanting to show up, sometimes you experience a whole bunch of different things, right? And so the important part of this is to ask really good questions and to also prepare your body in order to be consistent like this, okay? So today's topic, today's vitamin D for free, is going to be the difference between high impact, low impact exercise as it pertains to high or low intensity exercise, all right? What I'm learning is that a lot of people who are not confident, or you have not introduced movement back into your routine, or you're injured or something like that, you are very, very cautious about the exercises that you do, which you should be. However, it's very, very important for us to understand the terminology that we hear and that we say in order to justify not working out. Okay? First and foremost, high impact. Let's define what a high impact exercise is. Okay? High impact, and this is from my degree in physical education when I was learning from Dr. Pugh at the University of South Alabama. High impact is both of your feet coming off the ground at the same time. Okay, so when you go to the doctor and you have an ankle injury or a knee injury or a back injury, and they say no high impact exercise, they mean both of your feet do not need to come off the ground. Okay, so to give you an example of this, a jumping jack where both of your feet come off the ground is a high impact exercise. Running is a high impact exercise. Jump squats or plyometric, high impact exercise. Okay. What else is high impact? If you're doing a push up and you're doing a like a clapping push up where both of your hands come off the ground, that's high impact on your wrist. Okay. High impact is not inherently bad, and I'm going to tell you why. High impact is not bad because it makes micro fractures in your bones, and when your bones repair back together, they repair back stronger. So high impact is not inherently bad. There's also benefits to high impact exercise even to your back. We always think like high impact for the back is bad. But if you have a healthy back, it helps to strengthen the bones in your back and spine and things. The issue comes when you have pre-existing conditions, injuries, or diseases that prevent you from using your muscles or your bones at its highest extent. Okay, so let's start there. So when your doctor says, okay, no high impact exercise, they simply mean don't bring both of your feet off the ground. Okay. Let me also make a caveat by saying just because you choose low impact, that does not mean your exercise experience is going to be low intensity. High impact and high intensity are not the same words. You cannot use them interchangeably. And you also can't use the definition of high intensity to justify you not doing low impact exercises. Okay? So low impact, squats are even low impact. So let's get into it. Okay? Walking is low impact. Reaching for the sky, bringing the knees up is low impact. Okay? Even really like A mountain climber where both the feet don't come up off the ground at the same time, that's still low impact. All right. So who is in charge of this? I need the accountability to be on you. When your trainer gives you an option of low impact, and your doctor has also said no high impact exercises, do not let your brain use comparison to make you feel like you need to do high impact because somebody else is doing it, because they look more fit, and because your brain says, oh, you ain't doing nothing unless you're doing high impact. That's not true. That's not true. I'm going to give you an example. Swimming is a low impact exercise, and they are extremely fit, right? That's because low impact does not equal low intensity, does not equal no results. Okay? So we talked about high impact and low impact exercise. Another low impact exercise, cycling, swimming, battle roping. Okay? Those are low impact. Elliptical, walking up the treadmill, Stairmaster, arc trainer. All of those things are low impact cardio exercises. I hope we understand that. So it is up to you. It is up to you to take responsibility for your body. Please do not let comparison injure you. So we're gonna I'm put a period right there. The next thing is even if you're injured. So what happens? What do I do with my fitness when I'm injured? Unless it's a back injury where I literally can't do anything, barely stand up and sit down, those would be the times where I tighten up my nutrition, okay? When I can't do anything. And I've been there before. I've been there when I couldn't stand up, when I couldn't sit down. There are some mornings where it's hard for me to sit up, and it takes about an hour for my body to get back together. In those instances, I make sure I stretch. I make sure I keep my nutrition tight, okay? So what do you do when you have knee issues or elbow challenges? I've had that before, rotator cuff, etc. You use the parts of your body that still work, period. And you find workarounds. So even if you want to do a leg day, and everybody in class saw this, even if you want to do a leg day, there are ways to do leg day instead of doing squats. There are more efficient exercises that recruit better muscle, like muscle recruitment, than squats. And so that's the same with other parts of the body, right? But you have to have the desire to do that, okay? The last thing I'm going to leave you with is that the intensity at which you need to exercise lowers as you get older. I feel like that's the gift from God. God says you ain't got to work all of this hard. You got to work intentionally, but you don't have to work as hard because of your age. So as you get older, your maximum heart rate, or the target heart rate for cardiovascular benefits or fat burning benefits, it goes down because you have less muscle mass. Your body doesn't need much going on. So really all you have to do is move a little bit more. You don't have to do all that jumping. You don't have to do all of that. However, like I said before, everyone is responsible for their measure of health. Now, age and injury is not an excuse for not giving forth effort. And I told my mother this. My mom was having hip issues at one point. She called it Wilbur. She had hip issues at one point, and all she wanted to do was sit in the chair. And I told her about this when it comes to chronic injuries. And chronic injuries or chronic pain is just like a dull pain that generally doesn't go away, right? My back generally has not gone away much. Maybe a couple of days for, I don't know, it's been 5-6 years. Okay? So I take advantage of my good days, number one. Number two, I find other ways to work my body. So the reason why I box with my clients and the reason why I use battle roping is because even when my back hurts, I can sit down in a chair and I can battle rope. I still get toning in my back and my arms, but I also get cardiovascular work. When my knees hurt really bad and I can't even bend them on a bike, then battle roping works for me. When my shoulders start to hurt and I can't battle rope, then biking is what works for me, okay? When I can't do any of that stuff, maybe I do Pilates. Because Pilates, although it's a low intensity, it's a low impact exercise, parts of Pilates is high intensity. Okay? So it all comes down to you being willing to make those strides, right? And being obedient to what your doctor says, because your doctor wants you to recover. And here's the gag, y'all. None of y'all doctors want to see you within 30 days. They don't want to see you in 30, 60, 90 days. Any doctor, any surgeon, they don't want to see you. The nurses don't want to see you. So it's very, very important for you to take the advice that they give you. It may not be detailed. Maybe they say, you need to stay off of your knee. Then you come to me and you say, D, what can I do? Because I know that my knee is going to get better and I can't go back to day one, right? And so what I was telling my mom about chronic injury is that, let's just say you're 35 or 40 or 50, right? You have 30, 40, 50 more years, God willing, on this earth. The question is, if you never got relief from your knee, what adjustments would you make in your life in order to still have your quality of life and maintain your health? Are you going to, because some of y'all are still talking about, oh, I hurt my knee back when I was 16, and that's why I don't do anything to this day. That's not okay. That's insufficient. That is the biggest excuse of life, and you don't want to use that excuse, because you're going to find other excuses why you can't use your hands then. Oh, I can't use my upper body because I'm weak. Okay, there's a space for us to grow when it comes to that. So I wanted to share those details with you. High impact does not mean it's not effective if you don't do it. High impact is not equal to low impact. Low impact does not mean no work, okay? Because you're going to get the work, period. End of story. Another thing I want to share with you guys, weightlifting. Weightlifting is not high impact if you're doing it correctly. So if your doctor says no high impact, they are not talking about don't go lift no weights. They are not saying don't go walk. They are simply saying don't bring both of your feet off the ground at the same time. I want you to ice it. I want you to drink your water, and I want you to elevate it. This is the last part, because I gotta go teach my class. When it comes to high intensity exercise or low intensity, impact. Okay. The other part of managing your injuries or soreness for your body, a lot of y'all been asking me for soreness and this, that, and the other, is that your nutrition is key here. Your nutrition is key. If you can come work out with me 21 days in a row, or work out with Jahad 21 days in a row, I don't know how many times to tell y'all that nutrition is key. Stress management is key, and sleep is key. And you got to drink your water. You're going to remain injured if your nutrition is not tight, you're not drinking your water, okay, and you're not getting your rest. It's a non-negotiable, y'all. Your body is literally going to deteriorate. And the issue is that you may not cognitively understand how nutrition directly affects how your body moves and how it affects your immune system. Those have to go together. So if you want to get better and you want to get healed and you want to be able to exercise better and you want your knees to get better, you need to start eating right. Because guess what, y'all? When you go to the doctor and the doctor say you need to lose 40 pounds, but then you also have knee issues, so you can't do high impact, guess what you got to do? You got to do low impact exercises, high intensity, but you also have to eat right and you have to drink your water. Don't you know water helps with migraine, so your dehydrated brain is not slamming up against your skull. It helps with the lubrication of your joints. It helps with your muscles being able to slide against each other. A lot of y'all can't do none of this because you're dehydrated. And I'm not talking about 1 Stanley Cup a day. I'm not talking about 2 Stanley Cups a day. I'm not patting nobody on the back for just this much water. You know you need to drink more than that. You might pee 3 times a day. You need to be going to the bathroom. Okay? Sleep. Your body repairs when it's asleep. Your knees, your ankles, your rotator cuff, you went and got surgery, all that stuff. It repairs when you are asleep, not when you're awake. So you have to go to sleep. If you want to get better, you need to go to sleep. Lastly, if you're not drinking your water, you're not eating right, and you're not getting your rest, you're more at risk for immunocompromisation. I don't know the word. Being immunocompromised. So whether it's the big C, if it's flu, if it's pneumonia, if it's chickenpox, if it's I don't care what it is, you are more at risk for being sick catching something from one of your kids if you're not resting. You're not just going to have a knee problem. You're going to have an immune system problem. And then you're going to be asking, oh, I need my vitamins. I need my vitamin C. Y'all, we're going into the fall, right? We're around a lot of people right now, but we're going into the fall where the flowers and things are going to change. Weather's going to change. You're going to be around people. You need to start taking your vitamins now. Your cells repair your body. It heals your body. But you got to do your part. So when myself or Jihad gives the collective a high impact exercise and we give you a low impact exercise, we expect you to do that low impact exercise to the best of your ability, as fast and as safe as you can. Because we are still interested in the effort that you give. Just because you have an injury does not take you out of the ability to exercise. Everybody gets that opportunity. Okay? So I love you guys. I think we're sold out of August boot camp. Okay? So here are your options to hold on tight. But normally the first or second week, people start to fall off. When people begin to, I'm telling all the people who signed up for boot camp, when y'all start to fall off the first and second week of August, I will open back registration for someone to take your spot. Okay? So when I count 50 people on that Monday at 6:30 p.m., and then the next Monday I count 48, I'm going to open up 2 spaces. And if you decide you want to come for a certain amount of time, somebody going to be in your spot, because consistency is important. All right? The other way for you to be involved, you're like, what else can I do? I have Fit and Bougie classes, Pilates, kickboxing, cardio dance, core therapy, and I got a BBL class. Okay, we just do legs and carry on. We got that 9 a.m., 5 o'clock, and then we have some 7:15 p.m. classes. They are not $21. They are not $21. They are not $21, and does not include the 21-day boot camp. Okay? Okay. I love y'all so much. And you know, of course, we're going to grow out the space that we're in, and I'm going to do everything I can to accommodate the people I can. But please know, August, we serious about our health, okay? I love y'all. If you have any questions or need clarity about high impact versus low impact, please ask your questions. But even if you got an injury and the doctor say, take it easy, and they say, no high impact, once you tell me that, my wheels start to go, and baby, I'm going to give you some low impact, and you're still going to get that work. All right, I'll see you later. Look forward to the not grand opening, but the open house for Fit and Bougie Studios at the first weekend in August. So, see y'all later. Bye.